like a loon, which is not cool. Whoa, this, the arse end then stepped out. Oh my god, we nearly died. Woo. Wow, too much excitement. I'm going to take it out of that mode. Far too damp. Then felt the rear end step out, then managed to catch it in time. Wow, right, let's come down. Hello everyone, welcome to another Driven by Lee video. In this video, we're going to be finding out if the F82 BMW M4 Competition is any good. Let's do it. Well, this particular one is actually mine. This is the second time I've owned this car. A long story, had it first in 2018, new, or practically new, I think it's 3 months old. And then I sold it to my dad in 2022 when my new M4, Isle of Man Green M4 was ready. He then, 3 years later, wanted to sell it. I was then going to get it ready to sell for him and ended up buying it back. And this was 3 months ago. And I haven't regretted it, I must admit. Powered by a 3 litre inline 6 twin turbo, roughly 444 brake horse, so 450 thereabouts. 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and restricted to 155 unless you have the M Dynamic pack, I think it's called, which this has, or the driver's pack. So it's now around about 175, 180 mile an hour top end. Not that I've ever done it in this, not yet anyway. This one is mated to the double clutch transmission, the MDCT, with the flappy paddles, or you can up change like that. There was a few of these done in manual, but the majority that came into England were the MDCT. I believe currently it's still quite a rare car. 2018, I had a look online, apparently there's 230 registered in England, so not too many. I think, and I could be wrong here, if I'm wrong I'll put it up on the screen, but I think there was about 10,000 made worldwide, but I could be off on that, so we'll have to just double check that stat. This particular one is Alpine white with red leather. The important factor with this is that it's the competition pack. Now that is so important. Why? Simply because the competition pack comes with so many extras over a standard M4. The standard M4 of this year, this era, is still a brilliant car, but it is lacking. I've always thought they looked a bit plain. They never drove particularly well, I didn't think. Where the competition pack comes with different wheels, comes with 20-inch wheels, so it looks certainly a lot more visually appealing. Slightly different suspension, or slightly stiffer, definitely lower. I'm thinking 10mm lower. Definitely a lot lower. I'm not sure if the brakes are any different. I don't think they are. I think this has the standard M4 brakes, which is still phenomenal. And the power is a further 19 brake horse. But the most important thing with the competition pack is you get a different rear diff, you get the electronic M diff, slightly different, and that does make a whole lot of difference to these cars. These cars are really well known for being very lively on the rear end. Listen at that. Oh, wow. That is lovely. Oh, that is noisy. So yeah, like I was saying, these cars are really well known for being quite lively on the rear end, especially in damp conditions. They will step out if you're not careful and cause you a load of problems. You really do have to treat them with utter respect, especially with the Michelin that little bit of damp, like it is this morning, it's a little bit damp. It wouldn't take a lot to get that rear end out of shape, and then you'll end up facing the wrong way before you know it. That has happened to me a few times. I managed to catch it, but yeah, just treat it with respect and it's absolutely fine. Other things worth noting, the M Competition pack comes with different seats, a lot nicer seats. They are quite figure hugging. I mean, I'm a little bit bigger than I should be, so I do notice that they are quite figure hugging. Comfortable, very, very comfortable. I wouldn't say they weren't, and they look really lovely. I'll do a little walk round of the car later in the video, and I'll show the interior more in detail. This car, just go through a few options that this car has got. It's got a Harman Kardon upgrade. Apparently that is a must-have. I'm not a stereo guy, I couldn't really tell any different, but it's got it, so yeah, I would make sure to always have it because people seem to go crazy for that. Oh, the pops and bangs, as you can hear, it's so addictive. Ridiculously quick. Yeah, so other extras, this has got the head-up M display, which is, I've now put it in M mode. You can see the head-up display. I think the GoPro will pick it up. It's no change. There's a rev counter on there, like a race driver type style. My speed, my gear, the speed limit, shift lights. We'll get to the shift lights in a little while. It's got all of that, which is really nice. It's a great feature, and what I like about these M4s, they've still got the mechanical dials with the needles and analog, people call it, and I love that in a car. I really do love that. My other cars, I've got a few other cars, a GT3, a 911, a GT3, a Lotus Emira. They're the new digital style dashboards, and although they do have their place, you cannot beat a mechanical analog needle and a rev counter. I love that. So with this, you've kind of got best of both worlds. You've got that, then you've got your electronic display in the windscreen. Terrific thing to have. This one, I've had the optional Alcantara GTR steering wheel, I think they call it. So with this steering wheel, you've got a display in the middle with your water, temperature, oil, and then you've got a very cool feature of shift lights in here. So think like Ferrari 430, any Ferrari really, I think they all have the shift lights, which I'll try and demonstrate if I can just get on a little bit better, straighter road where I can go up the rev range a little bit more while not spinning it out, because that would be a bit embarrassing on my first proper car video. So you see the shift light? It's a little bit damp. I've got to be a little bit careful here. It will step out if I'm not careful. I'm driving like a loon, which is not cool. Whoa, the arse end then stepped out. Oh my god, we nearly died. Woo. Wow, too much excitement. I'm going to take it out of that mode. Far too damp. Then felt the rear end step out, then managed to catch it in time. Wow, right, let's come down. Lights, got this steering wheel fitted. BMW fitted it. I think it was quite dear, it's around about £3.5 grand, but it makes all the difference. Also on this, I had them fit the carbon fibre GTR exhaust catback, so you get the really lovely pops and bangs, which you can hear. I mean, who doesn't love pops and bangs? I'm 46 years old and still get super excited by that. It is loud, it really does annoy your neighbours, but who cares about that? But it sounds like that. Oh. mode, and it will shut the valve off and quieten it right down, so it's very sedate, but what's the point in that? It's the other thing, this car is very fast. You don't realise how quick you're going, but it will get you in serious trouble. The ride is firm, there's no denying it, the ride is firm, but it's comfortable. I always have, there's many settings you can have this in. You can dial it sport plus, comfort. I always have the suspension in comfort, simply because I'm not a race driver. The comfort mode is still quite hard, but comfort. I've just come back from Switzerland in the car. We've done 2,500 miles, really comfortable. Can't complain. The steering, a lot of people criticise this particular M4 for having a bit of a washy steering. You can't, the car doesn't always talk to you. Now, I never really understood what that meant. The car talks to you. What on earth? What does that mean? Then I got a Lotus Emira and I totally understand steering feel. Same with the GT3, you can feel everything, where the car is, what it's doing. It's very responsive steering. But this said, this is still responsive. I've never once thought, oh, that's weird, I can't feel it. It drives, it steers, it does everything it should. These M4s, they've got to be a little bit of a compromise. They can't make them too track orientated, because let's face it, most people are going to use these as a daily. And you can use it as a daily. I am using it as a daily, and it's great. So the steering, don't listen to people. Unless you're a race car driver driving at 10 tenths, you're not going to notice it. It's lovely. Miles per gallon, who cares about that, but I guess we've got to discuss that. This, I've done 3,000 miles in this since I've had it. The miles per gallon is averaged around about 24, so I don't think it's too bad. I don't drive it like Miss Daisy, but then I don't drive the arse off it either, so I'm happy with 24. If you were to drive it gingerly and have the miles per gallon as a thing for you, a stat that you're measuring it by, you could get 30, I would have thought, if you drove it carefully, but 24, I'm happy with that. The only slight criticism I would have with the drive, and this is very slight, just for the sake for the video, the road noise. There is a bit of road noise, there's no denying that, but then it's going to be in there. It's got 20-inch wheels, it's got very wide Michelin Cup Super Sport tyres. You are going to get road noise, but again, I know I keep saying it, but it's an M4. You bought an M4 for that, for the theatre of it, for the pleasure of the noises. You did. If you didn't want that, you would have bought a 330e or something equally as boring. So an M4 is noisy, good. It's a good thing. Other criticisms I've heard about this car, it's hard to drive in traffic. It's not true. It's not true. I drive that. You can have this in full automatic mode. I don't ever drive it in auto. I drive it in where I control the paddles or up and down with this. I like to be in the right gear, what gear I think the car should be in, and I like that interaction of driving it, so I never drive it in full auto. You could drive it in full auto. If I put it in, it's in full auto now, so I put it in drive, which is obviously there, auto, isn't it? So I'm driving along, obviously everything's now quiet, the exhaust is quiet, the gears are selecting for me, but how dull. So we'll get that out of that smart, put it back in M1. Yeah, so I've drove this through London, Scotland, all through Europe in massive traffic, never had a problem. The only thing I would say is it can be a bit jumpy on the throttle if you're not careful. I mean, it can buckaroo, it can kangaroo you around if you're not careful, but as soon as you get used to that throttle response, you're fine. It has embarrassed me in the early days. A couple of times I pulled away out of junctions and it kangarooed down the road. But as soon as you get used to the throttle response and the gearbox, no problem. But driving around town, yeah, I wouldn't even think there was an issue. This is a lovely bend. Oh, this is a terrific bend. Oh, yes. Oh. How would you ever tire of that? I mean, I don't. That's why I just won't tire of this. We're in traffic again. So service costs, it is quite expensive to service. I've just had a little bit of a service done on it, had some new tyres put on, and I had them do these do suffer with diff knock, in that the diff, they have a very special diff, but the diff can get a bit clunky, where you'll hear it, especially when you go from reverse to first or first to reverse, you can hear it clonk. And when you shift from, say, third to second to first, it can clonk. So I had BMW fit new bushes to do it. That was quite expensive. So that, with the tyres, it was due an MOT, so I got BMW to MOT it. I think I had a bill just over 3,000. But given the car, you know, the car new was, with the options that this has got, was around about 70,000. So you're still going to get bills, aren't you? It's going to be a thing. Always get these looked after by BMW religiously. Get them serviced when they need, or at least a good independent. There's nothing worse than an M4 that hasn't been serviced properly and it's got loads of issues. This particular one, like I say, we've had it from pretty much new, and the local dealer, which is BMW Norwich, have always looked after this. In fact, we've had it over looked after, we've had it over serviced, and it's fantastic. So they've always serviced it. It's now done 30,000 miles. As you can see, the car is still like new. We have religiously looked after it. I have, my dad have, I have now again. Values, I think we need to discuss values. Like I say, they were 70,000 new. You could now pick this particular one, 2018, full spec, really lovely. You're looking between 30 and 35, which that's got to be a performance car bargain, hasn't it? All this power, this history, pedigree, that has got to be an absolute steal for that, hasn't it? What can you get? What can you get for 30 to 35 of this kind of quality? I certainly don't know of anything. Merc AMGs, possibly. A very tired old 911, no. So for me, it's an absolute winner. Oh, the other thing we need to discuss, is the carbon fibre. There is carbon fibre everywhere in this. It's on the dashboard, it's on the centre console, it's on the gear knob, it's on the handbrake, it's on the steering wheel. Going on the outside, it's on the roof, it's on the front and rear bumpers, it's on the mirrors. So if you like carbon fibre and you've got the right options, this is your thing. He has some, so that's fantastic. So let's discuss, let's summarise this. Is it the best M4 made? No, it isn't. Is it great? Yes. And that for me gets a big yes. So guys, back in the garage, you'll see a lot of this garage in videos to come. And that was the review of my F82 M4 Competition. As you can see, I really like it, really rate it. If you are in the market to get one, then do, you won't regret it. Just make sure you get the competition edition. And that wraps that video up. If you liked it, please like, maybe comment in the comments below. If you could subscribe, I really would appreciate it. Got many videos coming up with some really lovely cars, many road trips across Europe, many cool things. So please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.